Hello YouTube, my name is Fr33Lanc3r and this is my third run at Dungeon Siege. This is a game that I've played quite a lot as a younger person, and yeah, just hoping to show it off a little bit. The feedback I got on Gunpoint was pretty good, so yeah, I thought I'd take another run at this. Just basic character setup and difficult. So yeah, Microsoft game, made by Gaspowered Studios, and Chris Roberts, I believe.
A long time ago,
Pretty sure it was Chris Roberts that
on
first
the
did
continent
this
of Arana, the once magnificent empire of stars had crumbled into oblivion, paralyzed by its own power-hungry legions, and torn asunder by an ancient and merciless evil. But the 10th Legion, the dying empire's most valiant soldiers and most trusted, withdrew far to the west to a land called Ebb, seeking to preserve what their empire had lost. Here, in the rugged mountains and the rich valleys of their new home, they founded the Kingdom of Ebb, a kingdom that has embraced peace and freedom for 300 years. But there was a price. Few now remember the evil that opposed them. Fewer still recall the dark sorceries cast to save them. And none could foretell that one humble farmer would stand between a vengeance from the past and the survival of the kingdom.
The Krug are attacking. I couldn't hold them back. You have long been my friend, but you can do nothing more for old Nurk. Go to Stonebridge. Find Gjorn. If the Krug have elsewhere betrayed us, your bravery will be needed by the king. Go now.
So yeah, that's pretty much the start of the game. Your basic fantasy story. I'm not going to need tips. I've played this off and on. Let's go loot some barrels. So it plays a lot like Diablo did. Diablo does. Click places to move them. Up that code. It's pretty much all clicking all the time. I haven't yet decided what I'm going to do with the character. Whether, because it's got a freeform. It's this lovely little freeform leveling system where you get better with weapons as you use them. So, at the moment I've got a knife and a selection of farm equipment which I'm only picking up for the fun of it. But come here. I get a lovely little thing called Fire Shot, which is your first combat magic spell. Dead cow. Just see how far I get into this in the next half hour or so. The thing I like about magic is that it's not reliant on whether or not you it's not reliant on the skill to hit an enemy. Whereas if I was swinging a sword, I'd be having to sit for a while and like flail at the guy for a few minutes until I can actually hit him. Kind of like Morrowind in that. You really need to put a few levels into swords before you can hit them. So, swords and bows before you can actually hit the enemy reliably. Now it's doing it. I should probably be doing a better job of looking after myself. This probably makes for more fun. So I leveled up there. If I was using like a sword, I would have leveled up sword, so. Got some armor. And a new enemy type. So these guys are basically the grunts of the bad guys in this world. They're not like they're fairly threatening to farmers and stuff. But it'll get to, as you can see, I'm mowing them down consistently. They're not that big of a threat. Leather. Yeah, this is just the base game version that I'm using. I decided not to bother with the expansion. Some of the items that you get in these, because you can play both campaigns from the expansion, but I really just don't like the expansion that much. This might look a little dodgy now, but this looks absolutely beautiful back in 2000, early 2000s, 2012 I think. That's okay. I don't recall the last time I was out of Mara. So yeah, this is the character screen. So you level your strength, your dexterity, and your intelligence based on what attacks you're using as well. Because I'm going for magic, and basically what that means is I need more mana and more spell damage than anything else. That's what I'm going to be. Intelligence is prioritized, as you can see. Whereas strength and dexterity, not so much. If I was using a knife or a bow, both of those would be rising a lot faster than intelligence. Oh wow. That's a fairly high quality roll. Another thing is you get a lot more items in this one than Diablo, or at least Diablo 3, which I've actually played. Maybe this wouldn't be a bad time. I think a bow would be useless. Look at that early 1000s model. that. Oh! That wasn't nice. So yeah, that's what happens when I don't pay attention. And the autosave was a while back. And if you heard laughter, that is my brother. Mercilessly laughing. Back here. The other wonderful thing is potions in this game, they don't just disappear when you use them until you use up all of the... Yeah. No. Just leech life, it's not that vital to my survival or anything. Fireball is plenty dangerous. So if you're observant, you'll notice that there's actually two kinds of magic in this game, combat and nature. At the moment I'm going as a combat mage, because honestly I prefer combat mage to nature magic. But the whole idea, combat's more like fireballs and dealing damage, and eventually I'll get a spell that adds bomb, like lets me throw bombs and things. But whereas nature's more ice and lightning and healing people rather than... I'll probably pick up a nature mage in the first town, because you can have a team of 8 people, up to 8 people. I'll pick up a nature mage in the next town. I'm going to need someone that can cast revive on you. Especially with the amount of attention I'm paying to people's lives. It's fun though. You can play this game solo, but the whole idea is that you're meant to build up a team of about 8 people. Actually, you get through most of this game solo at one point. Pretty much dual leveling combat and archery. Oh, melee and archery. Other wonderful thing about magic is that your damage goes up as you level. So this basic spell, I'll still swap out the basic spell, but when I get the opportunity, it's going to serve me well for a while. Hang on a second, I'm just gonna hotkeys. Quick save, quick save, quick save. Okay, better rebind that to something that's not going to stop the recording. Alright. attack that thing. Yeah, this is a little bit dull at the moment. Just wandering through the random boss creatures. So occasionally you'll get things actually named creatures, like boss creatures. And they'll drop slightly nice. Out of mana again. They'll drop slightly nicer armor items. Generally just be a pain in the neck to try and fight off. Note, I'm only doing 1 to 2 damage to him each hit, so... But he dropped it. He dropped a chair leg, so it's all worth it. Somehow I haven't managed to get any armor since I loaded it. Now, added leather's not that, not worth having. Rip mana. More a utility spell than a damaging one, but... I believe that's painful. So like Diablo, this game really rewards exploring. And you know, you can play it completely going on the beaten path, but wandering off into the woods rewards you with incredibly difficult fights against bears that don't seem to be able to hit me. But who hit for like massive damage. Potions that run out of first. I love that early 90s. And a unique early game armor that increases my health. And awesome defense. Oh, decent defense. This will cover me until the end of the first dungeon. I can tell it to cast things as well. Let's go back to this farmhouse on here. Should be something worth picking up in there. Hopefully. probably swap to like a knife or something to beat these, break these open. But there's no really good hotkey for it, so. Crap. Where did he come from? You just hear there's a fight going on and think, I want in on that sweet action. Nature magic spell. And a book. Ah. Yeah, so a lot of the lore is told through books. Basically, this crypts they're talking about are going to be the first dungeon that I get to go through. Hence Dungeon Siege. It's the long way to the next town because the bridge is going to be knocked out. They're not really worth much. So I'm just going to drop that. Added up from Chairlips. Bob. Swap the knife for something that's a little bit better. Drop the knife too. Should be carrying a decent boat. Drop all these. So eventually, being a mage, I'll be able to pick up a staff. Gandalf style, and that'll give me a bit of defense against that'll give me a bit more defense because I can use it to block away. But at the moment, while I could use like a pitchfork or something, it's just looks dumb. Looks much cooler to be shooting fireballs out of your hands than a pitchfork, pretty much. Okay, there's nothing over there. Speaking of which, that pitchfork is a better item, but not going to sell for much. Actually, that's one thing I'll miss about not playing this with the expansion. The expansion added a net worth to the and later a potion redistribution button. So health potions aren't shared amongst party members naturally. So you're gonna. So I'm going to, once I've picked up some party members, I'm going to need to reorganise them into give the frontline tanks a few more health potions and take the mana potions away from them all. There's no point in them having mana potions because they're not cast their spells.
I should have guessed you'd be cleaving your way to Stonebridge to find out what's got the Kruggle stirred up. If you could spare a few minutes to help an old neighbour before you go, I've a favour to ask. When I realised the Krug were actually attacking us, I tried to get to the safety of my cellar, but they had a little welcome party waiting for me. If you need any supplies for the long trek to Stonebridge, and wouldn't mind clearing out the remaining...
Alright, so long story short, he wants to get to his... He wants to get into his cellar, and it's full of these krug. So he's just offered me whatever I find in there if I clear it out for him. Pretty generous, especially since I was just going to take whatever I find down there anyway. See, this is a core part of the game. Wandering around in tight dark spaces. There are things that want to kill you. So, neither of those crates had anything good. Where is it? Gloves. Very important gloves. And a boss fight. And crowd control. Don't want the chair leg. Didn't want the rock club either. So if I didn't already have this awesome magic armor, this is the basic mage armor, or the mage robe. Because it's rubbish. Eventually I'll come to a point where the mage armor is actually good and I can't wear the regular armor anyway. Oh, yeah, because I don't have the strength required. So, secret room. Crafty guy. And I'm wearing a stupid looking hat now. Too bad I'm not an archer right now, because those are fairly decent bows. Low level bows anyway. Alright, let's drop club and dagger. No, no! Yeah, this is a common problem. Because these things are triggered by you walking on them, or by someone standing on them for long enough. If you just stay there for too long, you'll end up in an infinite loop. No, back in the
My
house.
thanks for clearing out the krug.
Free
If you're coming
potions.
after...
Press on shell. Cleaned out his basement. Cleaned out his basement. Sorry. First of these guys. So combat magic level 2. Swap that to leech life. Just gonna save on health potions. It's not gonna do as much damage, but stick with fire shot. It's not like this. It's not like I'm currently swimming in water. Another cave. What lovely guns to this case. So this actually had a fairly decent multiplayer mode as well. Where you and a bunch of friends could get together. They had a completely separate campaign. Or you could just play through this one again. And yeah, you could either work together or completely PvP. Led to some rather interesting matches between myself and some family members. Mage against fighter, that kind of thing. And then the mage went and summoned a... Ow. That chest had a... Like, that crate just had a... I don't know how it fit in there, honestly. It's really odd. Yeah, that could be worth something by the time I get to the next store. Stop getting in the way of my shooting the... Anyway, their magic users decided that... What? Yeah. It doesn't auto-arrange your infantry either. So yeah, I've got a staff now. Drop that. Helps if I swap back. That's the other thing. Or if I didn't have the staff, I could use the walking stick. But so now spells that I cast will just fly out of there, and I can use it to block some melee attacks. Yeah, I'm probably going to get to the crypts and then wrap this up for you guys. Otherwise I could be sitting here for a while trying to... Yeah. Otherwise we could be sitting here for a while, and I don't know how long you're willing to put up with my voice. helps if I keep an eye on the character portrait and my health and mana, doesn't it? Behind a waterfall and some gold. So yeah, I'm coming up on the cribs. This is the bridge that would have been the passway.
I knew they was none too bright, but today I seen everything. They torched this here bridge, and then set to driving a wagon caravan across while it was still a-burning. Now the only way...
Alright, so yeah. Because the guys I've been fighting are stupid, they decided to light up the bridge and drive across it. Because why not? That's what I'd do. Sorry again. Alright. So yeah, this game doesn't have XP in the traditional sense. And it's pretty much all combat. Also, it seems that my mouse is a bit too fiddly. That's not good. Health steal. It's the way to go. Love the nice stereo. Health shrine. Nice. I'm just gonna come here and stand on this while wolves chew at my vitals. Okay. And yes, this is entirely cheating, but I don't care. If I could take this with me everywhere, I would. So, why did you check me when I don't know. No, I'm not going to get much further than that. If I remember rightly, there's this area around the side. started breaking the barrels open. Now, these actually have one of those little flying bug things in them. Because I can kill them in one shot. Barely missed that trap. And that trap. I don't know who went through all the trouble of putting arrows in those barrels, but... It's that way. There's a path. That wasn't a surprise at all. And now this nice little water fuel. One thing. Gargoyles and tokens. And skeletons. The skeletons make everything better. Except for the fact that somehow they're tougher than the brutish beasts that I've been fighting so far. Not yet. Soon. Pick up that mace. That's the thing, you can't just tell it to start chugging their health potion halfway through walking. This guy can't multitask. But then again, neither can a lot of people, I know. Let's get back on path, shall we? Get back to the croak killing. Statues. Pause button. See the pause button. Get out of the way, I'm trying to shoot you, buddy. More skellies. Crap out of it. Does that not look more like the major stuff? Shooting you. Gosh, just walks away from me. kill the deer? Yes, I can. I just killed a deer. That was Bambi's mother. No, that wasn't Bambi's mother. I'm not heartless. I can kill them faster now, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, 11 to 13 damage for armor. And believe me, everything has armor. Yeah, here I am at the entrance of the crypts, so this would probably be a great time to stop. Yeah, I'll see you next time, guys, and hopefully we'll get through the crypt. Alright, this is Freelancer signing off.